As book bans continue to rise across the country, California is taking a different approach. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill into law on Monday prohibiting school boards from banning books, instructional materials, or curricula categorized as inclusive or diverse.
A ban on bans, essentially.
Yeah.
Joining us now is 9 News legal expert Whitney Traylor. Thanks for coming in.
Sure, good to be here.
So give us a little bit more details about the California legislation.
Right, so California, they actually passed a law years ago that said you actually have to include gay, bisexual type of figures in history. You have to include that in your curriculum. And so here, there was a board that had voted to not include Harvey Milk, who was a gay advocate, of San Francisco politician. And so they attempted to ban it. Well, that's in violation of the California law, which says you have to include these things. So Governor Newsom came in and said, hey, any bans on, any attempt to ban books is going to be restricted. And so now he's threatening the Southern California board with a fine.
It sounds like he's really trying to get ahead of it, because a lot of people are wondering, why would you take such a major step in California when we're mostly seeing this happen in southern states?
Right, that's exactly right. But you're seeing it in Utah, Wyoming, there's a number of states. But
We've seen it here in Colorado.
In Colorado,
Right.
attempts as well. And I think that's exactly right. It's almost like the abortion fight, when some of the states tried to get in front of it and protect some of those rights. And that's essentially what he's doing, is saying, hey, let's get out in front of it and protect and prevent these book bans from even starting.
What's the status here in Colorado when it comes to the efforts to ban books?
Yeah, there's been more and more, not as many as across the nation. Across the nation, I think the American Library Association reported about 1,200 book challenges, which is up significantly. So in Colorado, there were 3 primary challenges in Gunnison, I think Wellington, and one other county. They all were rejected. A lot of the community came out, and it was all primarily around LGBTQ themed ideas and books. And so people came out in support. There were 75 people in one hearing. And so the book bans didn't go forward, but the folks who are pushing them forward are saying, we will be back. We're going to continue these book bans on these ideas that are not age appropriate, is their argument.
I want to ask you a question that we've heard multiple answers depending on who you ask, and it really feels like we're seeing a rise in the number of bans that people are trying to bring on certain books.
Yes.
Why, from a legal, from your legal expertise, why is that happening?
Well, I think it actually stems from the political side of things. You saw people were very divisive, as we all know, in this country right now. And you saw a lot of right-wing sort of, I guess, fringe groups, if you will, start to take over these school boards. And on these school boards, this was one of the things where they were targeting LGBT and racial type issues. And some people are saying, look, this is an attempt to whitewash history to make sure everybody feels comfortable. And so they're saying, look, the best thing to do is have an informed electorate, have the information there, and have the students be able to critically think and reach their own conclusions. So I think it stems from this politicized, and this started really in 2021, we started to see this pick up. And so it's been in the southern states, but it's definitely throughout the country, and folks are determined to move forward. It's a very active group, if you will.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Whitney, as always, thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it.